It is Wednesday night.
Yes.
Sending prayers to all of you in Florida and that area for the weather and all. So hopefully you're safe. October 9th. Milton is coming through.
Okay, hold on. Okay. We got a few more joining, but they'll join up as we go, and I'll help them out.
Okay, you can help them along the way.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So I'm excited for this call today. I'm so pumped up. You guys have no idea. And what I love so much about it is that all of you guys are brand new, getting to know Sean. You have no idea what's about to happen on this call. And that's what I'm so excited for, right? So I think in respect to being on this call today, it's a little bit more of an intimate call, which I love so much. Let's turn those cameras on. I want to see your faces. I want to see you, George. I want to see you, Brian. Come on, Brian, let's go. Jordan, Aviel is about to finish his shower, so he'll join in real quick. Alyssa, Roxana.
TMI.
Okay, but just in case, So I just want you guys to turn those cameras on. I definitely want to see your faces just so we can interact and have a lot of fun together. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, right? So I just want to say thank you for each and every single one of you guys hopping on tonight's call. And I'm so excited for what we're about to experience today. So, oh my God. Just real quick, what is one thing that you guys are grateful for so we can get this call rocking and popping? Let's express some gratitude out. Drop one thing that we're grateful for today. I mean, I'm just grateful that, we're safe and sound. We got the shutters up and running. The winds are crazy out there, but I'm happy that I get to have some food, some water, air in my lungs. So drop some things that we're grateful for in the chat box. Roxana said being safe. Come on. I'm grateful for this call with Mr. Sean Murphy. God. Okay, Jordan, I see you. Let's go. Life, Alyssa, come on. So I see you guys dropping these things, and as we continue, you guys can feel free to drop. Today, I want to introduce you guys to one of the best mentors I've ever had and still have to this day, which I'm so grateful for. And I actually met him at an A&MP event, which is an Associates of Network Marketing Professional, and he was the host of the entire event. He was the MC. And I thought it was super cool because every time he went on stage, everybody would go crazy because the way that he would edify, the way that he would bring and bridge people together, and especially engaging with the crowd, right? And so I'm just super excited because when I met him about almost actually made a year ago in June, he broke my head in half in the best possible way. Like he broke some he calls it neuro encoding, but he broke some patterns inside my head, shifted some paradigms, and allowed me to see things from a different perspective. And that's what I love because so often we don't get really individuals inside of our lives that can help us see or shift to a different perspective and allow us to see the joy of this life, right? So I'm excited because I know that if he was able to pour in so much value for me, and let me tell you guys something, he is also a best-selling author from some of his books that he has up on his storefront, and you guys can go ahead and check it out as well. But the fact that he's been all around the globe, all around the country, just sharing his story, impacting lives, helping other people build their businesses as well, but more importantly, build themselves, right? I think is something that we cannot take for granted. And the fact that he gets to be here with us today, I said, Sean, please, like, I really want you to come into a team con, just pour value. And I know you don't have to do this, you get to do this. And guys, even just 1 hour of his day is like thousands of dollars. I remember last time they tried to book him was like 10,000 something. And I was like, yo, all right, I respect you, right? So every single minute that I get of him, I'm always so grateful. So I just please help me welcome him today inside the chat box. Drop some hearts, drop some love. Tell him thank you. I have no idea what he's going to talk about today, but I know he's going to break your head in half in the best possible way, right? So without further ado, Sean, the floor is yours. I'm excited and I cannot wait to be a student. Thank you so much for what you do.
Well, Stephanie, thank you. Thank you for your continued commitment. I want to welcome everybody here this evening. I really want this to be value added. And what I mean by that is I want you to take advantage of it. You've got me. Yes, I get to charge a ridiculous fee for what I do, $15,000 an hour for a keynote speech. So if you could get $15,000 worth of value, I want you to get that tonight. So I guess my question is I can teach you some stuff. I can go through some ideas. I can do some of the basic stuff. You've got an incredible teacher and trainer and mentor and Stephanie and Aviel and the entire organization you're a part of. I want to know, what can I do to help you go make $1,000? What skill or talent do you need in the next 30 days so that Christmas is one of the best Christmases you've ever had? Whether it's paying off bills or buying some stuff or getting some bling. Can I use that word? Is that a word that is that is that a real word still? Have I dated myself? That's like so 2022. I have no idea. So my question is how can I be of best service to you? Some of you are new. Here's what I know. None of you are new at wanting to bring value to people. You may have a new business model. You may have a new compensation plan, a way that you trade your time, bless you, trade your time and energy for money. The question is, what skill do you really think you need? What thing is holding you back? See, because as a brain trainer and as a neuroencoding specialist, all of those are big fancy words that mean I know what makes the brain tick. And I know what causes us. We've all set big goals. And then persistence left. Resistance came in. Nobody has ever handed me a bag of persistence. I can't go buy persistence, but it costs me millions. I can't go find fear, but it has put me in tremendously negative places in my life. So what can I do? If you could say, listen, I'm going to draw the line in the sand tonight, and I know I've got the team to support me. I know I've got the community to help me. I know I've got the training materials. I need fill in the blank if you want. Otherwise, I can ramble for 2 hours and we can go from there. But what would you really like? Feel free to raise your hand. Ask me any question. I have trouble with this. I'd love to learn how to overcome that. I wish I could do this. What talent or skill would you love to have? Let me turn this light this way. How to not let
Roxanne,
fear
you
and
can mute
rejection.
yourself.
Okay. So
Oh,
let's see let me see who that is. Roxanne. Is that Roxanne?
Yes.
Okay. So Roxanne, here's the key. Great question. Probably the most asked question I get as a brain trainer, as a self-talk trainer. I want you to look at that phrase. I want you to look at the chat. Can you see your chat
Yeah.
where you typed it? I want you to
Mhm.
just read that again. I want you to tell me where you feel it in your body. Where do
Okay.
you feel it showing up, that energy?
Um, like in my heart the most.
Okay. So your head tilted to your left side. Raise your left hand. I just want to make sure I have the screen right. Yep. So your head tilted to your left side, which meant as you were reading that, you were reading it from your feminine side. Some people say you're a very gentle, kind, loving person. Do they say that about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very gentle, kind. You want to make sure nobody gets upset. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. Right.
Yes. Yes, correct.
So if that's the case, the next time you ask somebody to join you in business and they say no, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I made you feel uncomfortable. I feel worse. Let me take the pain away from you. Oh, this is so terrible.
Yes, that's true.
Wow. Huh. And we just met.
Yes.
So would you
Wow.
like to shift that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to read the same statement again, but I want you to tip your head to the right. I know it's going to feel weird. You're going to be like, what? Just tip your head to the right and read that same request that you asked, the same question.
Okay. Okay.
Where do you feel it now?
In my head. Okay.
Yeah. Same question. All we did was tip our head. And here's the
Yeah.
thing. When you think of the male society, what's your thought of it? And it's okay. You don't have to we got some guys on here whose feelings might get hurt, so don't worry about it. Do you feel like men run the world, or men run shotgun, or they just, if they're not always so kind and gentle, they're just, or what? When you think of the male versions of this business, what do you think of?
I mean, there's some like, I mean, I feel like it's like run by men actually, because
Sure.
majority of the calls I go into, there's like 2 or 3 girls, and the majority are men.
Okay. So if you read that again and tip your, so what's another fear you have? So let me say this. So what if their no was just their no and it wasn't rejection? Would that be okay? What if they said
Yeah.
no to you and you didn't have to feel bad? What if you asking people, you didn't have to feel uncomfortable asking them to join you in business, to spend money, to start and get their starter pack? What if that didn't have to feel uncomfortable anymore?
It'd be great.
Okay, so tip your head to the right and say, join me in
Okay.
business.
Join me in business.
Tip your head farther to the right. Say, join me in business.
Join me in business.
Was that fearful?
No.
No. So I'm going to ask you, as you start to look at this, be aware of which way your head. Now say, tip your head to the left and say, join me in business.
Join me in business.
Do you hear the change in her pitch in her voice?
Yes.
Tip your head to the right and ask me.
Join me in business.
You hear the pitch difference?
Oh my God.
Right? Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So so it's not that you're fearful, my love. You are not. To be a woman in today's society, you have to be strong as nails. You're not fearful. You just don't want anybody else to feel bad. We'll say this. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
Now, don't say it like you're a church mouse. Tip your head to the right. Tip your head to the right and say, that's too bad.
That's too bad.
You hear how her voice changes, ladies and gentlemen? This is what's called neuroencoding. This is what's called neuroencoding. We have a response to everything that happens to us. And as you pay attention to people, you can start to see what's called microinflection. And so I heard she's right now, she's listening to me, but when she was talking about stuff, all of a sudden her head went to the left. She's like, I don't want to get right. But just simply doing this activates the dominant side, the male side. It doesn't mean you got to run around like a jackrabbit. It just means that so what's a goal you have?
My goal?
Yeah. What's a goal you would want in the next 30 days? What would you want? Was it number of people on your team? Is it to get your ticket paid to convention? What would you want?
To get the twin free.
To do what?
That's my goal. To be able to get the 2 and free. To get like
Okay.
2 people to join.
Okay. So tip your head to the right and say, I'm going to get 2 and free. Or 3 and free, whatever the number is.
I'm going to get 2 and free.
Now tip it to your head to the left and say it.
I'm going to get 2 and free.
You hear the difference? I'm not even telling you say it softer. I'm going to get 2 and free. I'm going to get 2 and free. Dip your head to the right and say, I'm going to get 2 and free. Raise your right hand and say, I'm going to get 2 and free.
I'm going to get 2 and free.
You hear that? Now, the reason that that's so important is that there's a phenomenon in psychology known as physiology. And so if we move our body, right? Raise your hand. I'm going to get 2 and free. Who else wants 2 and free? Raise your hand. I'm going to get 2 and free. It's your right hand. And guys, it's your right hand. Guys, we even have feminine sides and male sides. So where do you feel this energy now?
In my body.
Did you just see her body straighten up? Did y'all just see that micro? That was, I said, where did you feel? I'm not guiding you. This is the power of words. And when you understand human nature and when you understand human physiology, right? How many of you have heard of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming? Well, do you realize that you are already NLP'd by yourself? You have programmed yourself. And so as you begin to have these conversations with people, you'll start to recognize these. So you want 2 and free. What happens if you get the 2 and free? What happens for you? Look to the right. Don't look to the left. Look to the right. Don't even have to tip your head. Just look to the right. Your eyes went to the left immediately. Yeah, look over there.
Okay. I feel like, oh my God.
Yeah, see, it's like, I don't have any words now. I've never been over here in the dominating, controlling myself, saying I'm going to do something and it's going to happen. So tell me how you feel. Who are you going to become? Who do you become? Who does Roxana become when she gets her 2 and free? What's her new story?
A next step to another goal.
Okay. And would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
A good thing.
Good thing. And who has complete control over that?
Me.
Yeah, because people can say no, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and people can say yes, right?
Yes.
So when you go to have a conversation with them, which would you rather? Them to say yes or them to say no?
I would rather yes.
Okay, so what if you could learn language to make sure they say yes?
That'd be great.
Without making them feel uncomfortable.
That'd be great. That'd be...
Okay. What would happen if you learned that?
I'd like develop how I speak to people.
Excellent. So quick question. Do I have permission to help you?
Yes, you do.
And I've already done it. Do I have permission to make you feel a little uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have permission to take you out of that uncomfortable feeling?
Yes.
Those are the 3 questions you want to ask somebody.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're going to tell them, right? How many have you presented the opportunity to people yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And what'd they say?
No.
Okay. And that's okay. No's okay. The challenge is that do you know what they said no to?
No.
So if you don't know what they said no to, then why are you getting upset? You don't even know what they said no to.
Yeah, that's true.
So is this helping everybody? I'm going to let you off the hot seat. Is that okay? Or
That's
I'm
right.
going to let you off the hot seat. Okay, so I'm going to stop picking on Roxanne. Hey, listen, Roxanne, I love you. Thank you for doing this with me. It's powerful.
No, thank
Remember,
you very
head
much.
to the right. Do whenever
Right.
you're feeling, because you're going to feel a little bit sideways. You're going to feel a little bit challenged. Remember, just raise your right hand. Move your right hand. There's something called crossing crossing the meridian. But the corpus callosum is a little thing that connects the 2 brains. Have you ever seen the 2 brain halves? And there's this little tiny set of nerve bundles, and it's called the corpus callosum. And the corpus callosum is what tries to negotiate and regulate between the male and the female and the male hemispheres. So when you do this, take your right hand and touch your left shoulder. You've just crossed the corpus callosum. You've crossed the median. You've now activated your body to activate both sides of your brain. So you can literally, when you're struggling, go, I'm stuck in one side of my brain. Just go do, and do that 10 times and you'll be amazed. You'll go, wow, where did all of that stress go? It's because it got regulated between the 2 brains. There's a lot more to that, but that's a way for you to just calm your body and breathe a little bit. You got a beautiful smile. Smile. Let me see it smile. There you go.
Thank
smile. Okay. Somebody had a question. Thank you, Roxana. Thank you. So somebody had a question. Who was it? Brian? I can't read that for my glasses.
Yes, I have a question for
Go
you,
ahead,
wise
please.
man. All right. I'm P600, right?
Yep.
I'm a P600, but I want to get to P1000, right?
Okay.
And I have this like thing in my head, right? Like I've been looking at what was it? It was the Bob Proctor videos.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he was telling me about the bad ideas and the good ideas. 100% I believe in that by like the frequency, right? I've been trying to match this vibration that I've been visualizing myself in, right?
Yeah.
I've been seeing this person that I am, and like I would literally tear up waking up from like the visualization. But I'm always trying to match that frequency every day. But the thing is, like, it stops me. Like something like I have so much like things like because I used to go through the not depression. I used to go through aggression, and like
Mhm.
I have like a lot of aggressive thoughts. Like I'll think of like a million things. Like I'll be like because I'm gonna get into jujitsu, right?
Mhm.
And like I would like I do a lot of like sparring and there's like shadow boxing, and it was just like it just thought I don't know, I have too much aggressive thoughts where I want to like get to P1000, but I know like something is stopping me between those lines of my aggression thoughts and like my old self that like in my head I already know it's ashed out. I blew him away. But it's like trailing back like slowly and slowly.
So, question. Do I have permission to help?
Of course. That's
Permission
why
to make
I
it a little
asked.
uncomfortable?
I need to be uncomfortable.
Okay. Permission to take you out of that uncomfortable feeling.
No.
You want to be uncomfortable?
Yeah.
That's why you're
yesterday I
going to be
was
stuck.
yesterday I was uncomfortable. Like I did my first
Well, there's a big
opening.
difference between uncomfortable and growth.
Let me hear this.
Uncomfortable is the negative version. Uncomfortable is when you are not aware that you are driving. Think about it. There's no way you could be uncomfortable if you're on your way to P1000. There's nothing uncomfortable about it. There's learning, there's growth, but uncomfortable sets you up. The word itself, meaning not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be comfortable with change, with transformation, with shift, with opportunity. So big question is who do you become when the anger goes away?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, I know. That's why I'm on this side of the screen.
Yeah, that is a good question because I can say when I was working out, right? Like I was already like 20 minutes into running, I'm like full sprinting, right? And I'm just tunnel visioned, right? And I think about all the people I care about, right? And they're all tunnel vision, like where I numb myself, where I just like fully numbed into a tunnel vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I see my aggression, but I also see the ones I love. Like it's like confusing at one point. Like I
Sure it
don't
is.
and
Which do you
then
want to be?
I want to be the millionaire self I've been always like. I always tell myself I'm like, yo, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire.
Okay, but
And
an
I'm like
angry one or a happy one?
a happy one.
Okay, so here's the thing. So Bob Proctor was a mentor to me 23 years ago. Personal mentor in my
That's
brain.
actually
I say this so when Bob Proctor would say all the time, if you don't want to be sick, anybody know the rest of that statement? Don't hang around sick people. If you want to be rich, don't hang around poor people. If you want to be happy, don't hang around angry people. Don't ever speak of your aggression again. You bring it to light. Could you imagine me? I'm your son. Imagine I'm your son. I hate going to school. We got to go to school. I hate going to school. Do you think I'm ever going to want to go to school if I keep talking about going to school?
yeah, nah, you're not gonna
See,
go to
this is
school.
an identity you have. And this is an identity you use to protect yourself. Because if you lose your cool, I'm just an angry person. You're not. You're not. You're not angry right now. That's bullshit-taki. You're
Yeah,
not angry. You're angry when you choose because you don't have a response. That's your response.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you're getting your ass kicked right now. And I love you because here's nobody's going to speak to you because you're a A-class, hardworking, disciplined, you are focused
thank you.
unless you're not. and then the freaking wheels come off and everybody lets you slide because, well, he has an angry moment. Bullshit. You can no longer have an angry moment. You are in charge of your life. Who says it's okay for you to be angry? You do.
Yeah, true. That's
So
super.
if I cut you off in traffic and you get angry, Sadhguru? You ever hear of Sadhguru?
Nah, I've never
Okay,
heard
so
of that. I'm
Sadhguru is
actually.
one of the top 50 most influential people in India. He is a guru. He's just an amazing soul. And he says this: everything you do, it's your responsibility. If somebody outside, I don't know, slams their car into a tree and gets hurt, they don't die, they get hurt. Do you realize that's your responsibility? Hang on
Yeah,
with me, everybody. You need to pay attention to this.
yeah,
It's your ability to respond.
yeah. Reaction and react and reaction, right?
Well, it's your ability to respond. Somebody hits a tree, it's your responsibility. Somebody wins $1 million, it's your responsibility. Somebody joins your business, it's your responsibility. Somebody quits, it's your responsibility. It is your ability to respond. Period. End of story.
Yeah. And I was gonna ask you one more question.
Sure.
Because I'm getting into these videos where I'm talking about motivation
Yeah.
and just helping people out financially, just get into that zone of where they want to be at in financial status.
Yep.
And I just want to ask you, like, what can you tell me to just help me just get to that level where I can just tap into people just like how you're tapping into me, like just mentally. Because what I've realized with most of these chairmen, like I analyze each video, most of them either talk about mentality or financial status, and that's what literally gets them to chairman. Because I've looked at Jay Awol's videos. He talks about mental, like this mentality, and then we got Alex Morgan talking about like mentality, financial, how to get financial, and like
Sure.
that's what I want to get into because I know that's what gets you to chairman. Those videos get you to chairman, and because people are really
Those
lost
videos
out.
don't do shit to get you to chairman.
They don't.
Not unless you understand them. Because if the videos did that, why aren't everybody chairman?
Yeah.
I know I know what you're saying. Those videos get you. It's not the videos. It's what you get out of the videos.
Yeah.
It's your
That's what.
response to them. But when people hear that, they go, well, I watched the video. I watched the video. I watched the video. Wallace D. Wattles in his book, Science of Getting Rich, says, it's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way.
Yeah.
And chairman is a certain way. Chairman 10 is a certain way. Chairman 25 is a certain way. I don't know. Chairman, I got a hat with a fez on it is a certain way. Everything is a certain way. And your way is different than my way.
Definitely.
So let me ask you, what book are you reading?
Actually, what book am I reading? I'm almost done with this Think and Grow Rich. Like I'm
Okay. So
already in the
what chapter are you in? It looks like you're probably in persistence or
nah.
sexual
I'm in
transmutation.
I'm in the 14th chapter.
What's up?
The door to the temple of wisdom.
Okay. So what's your biggest takeaway? How many times have you underlined the secret in that book?
The secret, the emotions, the love, desire, and sex. Like I feel like that's what destroys people.
Okay, but how many times have you underlined in the book?
Underline. I was gonna underline because I don't
A
have
pen,
not a pen. I don't like
a
using
highlighter.
like yeah, a highlighter. There you go.
So you're letting $1 million slide away because you don't want to use a pen.
That is, yeah. Yeah.
So
I,
you're letting the secret slide away. So here, let me do this. So this is my book,
yeah, annotations.
right? But that's that page. Watch this. I'm just going to turn one page. And there's all of the 6 rules underlined.
Mm,
I'm going to turn
yeah.
another page. Now, this is the most recent book. I've read this book. Here's my book. I was showing this to another group today earlier. This is my book that my dad gave me that's a 1960 copyright.
Sheesh.
Right. Bob Proctor has a nice big rubber band around his. I just go out and buy new books.
Yeah.
So, but every page has got this most recent. We were on a flight. We took a private plane up to a friend's house in Montana to go to Big Sky. And I read this book on the flight at the cabin. And I found this is probably the 45th, 50th time I've read the book. I found the secret on every page. It's the first time in 40 years I've found the secret on every page.
On every page?
On every single page.
Yeah, I need to tap into that then.
So I would encourage you to start reading as soon as you finish it.
Yeah.
So what page are you on?
I'm on page 247th.
And you said what's the chapter?
The chapter
14, you said?
Yeah, the sixth sense, the door
sixth
to
sense.
the temple. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you get out of the sixth sense?
Well, I haven't read it yet. I'm on.
Oh, you haven't read it.
I just finished the 13th chapter.
Okay, so the brain.
What coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
What coincidence.
Shocking. So here's the first thing that I've underlined there. The stepping up process takes place through the positive emotions or the negative emotions. Through the emotions and the vibrations of thought, maybe through emotions, the vibrations of thought could be increased. Vibrations of an exceedingly high rate. Now, here's the thing. Your anger is a high rate. I'm not saying you don't need it. You just have to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Right? Bob Proctor says electricity. We can cook a man's meal or we can cook the man.
Yeah.
You've got to know how to use that. If you want to, you can go into a room. Henry Ford, Edison, they all had these rooms, these buildings off away from the house so that there was nothing but a table, a chair, and a pad of paper and a candle. And they went into these rooms to go get their vibrations up. They went into these places to go get themselves quiet. With the distraction of social media, if you had a chance to do meditation for an hour, 2 hours a day, you wouldn't recognize yourself in 30 days. I don't care if you started tonight or tomorrow and you go, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but just sit quietly and just become aware for 2 hours to sit quietly. Your body is so energized and so has this, I'm not doing something, you start beating the crap out of yourself. Learn to sit quietly. Start with doing it for a half hour for a week. Then do an hour a day for a week. But just sit quietly and have a notepad and ask yourself a question. The reason that you get frustrated is because you haven't set your intention clearly. If you say, my goal is to become aware, activate your reticular activating system. My goal is to become aware of all things necessary for P1000. That's it. Just ask that. And then it'll say, well, I need to speak to people. I need to follow up. Have you enrolled some folks? Yes. You're 600.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody left your business?
Actually, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me ask you this. As you're counting them up, if they didn't leave, would you be at P1000?
Closer.
Yeah.
100% closer.
So what would happen if when people decided to join you, they never quit again?
If they join me and never decide to quit again,
they didn't decide to quit.
I would be literally like P2000 because the people it would bring in and the value they would get.
So what if your new mission is to make sure nobody decides to leave?
Yeah, that's literally what I scheduled myself. Like I literally wrote down a list, call everybody mandatory 3 to 5 times a week. Like
and so when did you write that down?
When Nano had called and said, look guys,
we're gonna, how long ago?
Like I think either 2 days ago.
And did you do it today?
No, I did it literally.
Okay,
right
hang on, Your Honor. I'm going to ask the witness to respond when I speak to him. So here's what I want everybody to know. You are all freaking geniuses. I don't teach you anything. I remind you how to get out of your way. I'm one of the world's greatest accountability coaches. I am. I'm going to hold you accountable to 3 to 5 people a day. That's it. 3 to 5 calls. That's it. 3 to 5 calls. Make the calls. You know you didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? Because I like to be angry. I don't like to be rich and happy. It's that simple. When you understand the psychology and the neurology and how the brain operates, he just said, I just wrote that down 2 days ago. But why didn't you do it?
I don't know.
Put this hand out like this. Put this hand out like this. And then take this one and slap it. Don't do that anymore. Go make the call. See how smart you are? You've got great people. Nano's a rock star.
Yeah, he is. He's
You
actually the
realize
one.
that he was going to quit before he spoke to me? 2
Yeah,
years ago, he was going to quit.
I did not know
Yeah,
that
he came to
actually.
an event where I was emceeing the event that Stephanie spoke about, the ANP. And he said, I came to that event and that was going to be my turning point. I was either going to get out or I was going to get in.
Yeah,
He got in, we worked together. He jumped 2 ranks in 1 month. 2 ranks in 1 month. Hadn't broken a rank, hadn't changed a rank in 8 months.
that's so crazy because I joined the business 2 months ago, and the
Yep.
first month, like less than 3 weeks, I popped P300, and then the following month I hit P600. So now
Hey, listen, I love you, but do you realize that when you say you pop P300, that's people?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you
popping.
don't. No, stop. Stop, y'all.
I
No, I popped
I
300. No, how many people was that?
How many people?
Yeah, so you don't even know.
12. Yeah, I do.
Oh, so 12. So I helped 12 people advance their dreams.
Yeah, I need to fix my
Because
vocabulary.
you guys
the
keep
way I
using these
sound.
things. It's all cool. It's hip. It's where I pop 200. I'm a chairman P. Nobody gives a rat's butt. Go to the bank with a chairman P 10,000, whatever the hell it is. But go and say, I helped 12 people advance on their goals. Because if you
Yeah.
say I pop 300, then somebody else is going to go, I pop 300. And everybody else is going, what the hell am I? I'm a pop 3. I'm part of a pop 300. Don't I have a heartbeat? Aren't I a human?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
You're like
Hey, listen, it's your business. You're all independent contractors. I'm just saying, if I was sitting in the audience and somebody said, no, I went chairman 10, but I helped. That's my sponsor. What am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm a paycheck. Giddy up, pony. It doesn't work that way. MLM, me loving more. Mentors leading mentors. Making lasting money.
Yeah, I need to be coachable as well. Stephanie tells me I gotta be coachable too, because
No, did she? Where'd she? No, Stephanie. How cray is that? Are you allowed to say cray, or did I just go back to the 2000s today?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. No cap, right? How about that? How about that? No cap.
like they say, your tongue is a wand.
That's it. That help? What'd you learn? What'd you like?
What I learned is my head is everywhere. You just touched every corner of my brain.
So here's the good news. You want to use your left side. You want to use your feminine side. What hand do you write with?
Right.
Okay, that's okay. Write with your right hand. But activate your left hand. Maybe when you write with your right hand, take your left hand and just cross it over and write with your right hand and watch your mind change. The more we can cross that corpus callosum, we can cross that center line, the more we can change things. And if you're dominant and you're frustrated, taking your left over to the right activates the left side. It moves because it comes from the left side. And the brain's going, wait a minute, that's left side touching right side. We've got to operate. We've got to set up some new dopamine. We've got to create some new chemicals. And it just calms the body down. And if you really want to do that, you can do what's called cross crawls, right? I have somebody on my team who does Psyche, which is a whole nother thing, but you would literally just touch your left knee with your right hand and your right hand to your left knee, and just literally doing that. It seems, well, that's simple. That's sophomoric. Yes, it is. and we have to get back to the basics to understand. We have to rewire and upgrade the wiring in our body. So
Yeah.
cool.
That's so interesting because when I used to play basketball, I used to always train my left hand, and I was like always like I always tapped into myself when I was like playing with my left with my
Well,
my
listen,
string.
again, you know the secrets, dude.
Yeah. I just
Once
need
you
to
start using the secrets you already have, then I can help you advance them.
yeah.
I don't show up here to show you how smart I am and how many syllable words I can use and who blah blah. This is about you taking action with what you got right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Stephanie, to you for a little check-in. How's it going?
It's going great. I love it. I think DeAndre had a question.
Sure,
And
go
I
ahead.
just wanted to mention real fast, DeAndre and I met at a networking event about like 3 weeks ago, and he was sitting right behind us. And
Yep.
yeah, he just decided to take a leap of faith. He just popped. He didn't pop. He just impacted 2 lives, and he went 2 and 3 about 5 days ago. So yeah, he's brand new.
Cool. So now the question is the two that came in that made him free, got to make sure he keeps them. What's their story? Did you enroll this gentleman or this person that was going to speak next?
Oh, DeAndre, yeah, Aviel enrolled him. I told Aviel, I was like, you need to
Okay.
enroll him.
So the question is what's their whys? You guys know the 21 reasons in 5 minutes, but you probably haven't used it in a while. So go ahead.
Wait, you talking about the whys?
Well, no, yeah. What's the 21 things you want out of your business in 5
Yeah,
minutes?
we need to do that one.
Oh, really? And then all
I don't
happens.
know about that.
Now I need to know two things to keep those people engaged.
Yes. Okay, he had a question.
Okay, what's the question? Go ahead, next question. Go ahead, next caller. You're on the line.
DeAndre.
Okay, good night, Shane. Nice meeting you, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
So my question is like a mind thing with me. Like, say for instance, when I'm doing something really constructive, like when I'm studying or reading a book, it's just something always on my mind, like rushing me, say, hey, just get this over with, quick, 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 instead of just taking my time and going at my own pace and just doing it doing it on the right time. And I'm determined enough and focused enough to continue what I'm doing. But when I'm doing it, it's just like my mind is just racing constantly. But when I'm not doing something constructive, I'm always calm. But when I'm doing something constructive, my mind is just always all over the place.
So, who is the intellect in your family? Meaning, who is the smart one in your family? An older brother? Who do you compare yourself to? Older brother, sister, mom, dad?
To be honest, I would say I'm the one.
You're the one what?
Like the most intellect, because to be honest, like it seems like I'm the mentor for everyone that's around me.
Okay.
Always be talking to.
So how much time do you take for yourself? Yeah. Thanks for answering.
To be honest, I really got a book schedule. So in the morning, I do take some time to go through my morning routine and do some push-ups and say my prayer, read my Bible, write down my goals, and then go to work. After work, I go to the gym.
So how much time do you take for yourself?
Probably, I would say probably an hour a day or hour.
Nah, you wish it was an hour a day. You know, you get so distracted in that time. How much time?
To be honest, I said I always be doing something majority of the times, but
Yeah. So you don't even take the hour for yourself.
yeah.
Yeah. That's the lie you tell yourself. And that's okay. But here's why when you read the book for yourself, because you said the words, when I read the book for myself, I feel like I got to get it done. Based on our conversation, why are you now aware that you have to get it done?
Because I'm disciplined enough to know that I have to read 10 pages each day.
Nah. That's a good story. The reason you struggle is because you feel you have to go help other people and you can't take time for yourself. Right? You're too busy thinking about other things. If I do this for me, I'll get to me later. And we'll be putting you in a grave and we'll go, and I wonder when later comes for him. So would you like to advance that?
Most definitely.
Okay. So say I take care of me.
I take care of me.
Where do you feel that in your body?
My chest.
Yeah. Chest or where the ribs come together? Get specific. Okay, so this is the sacral chakra. This is the sacral chakra. No, this is the heart. This is the doing chakra in the heart. So I love to do. Challenge is that when you start to do for you, when you take care of you, you get this knot in your gut. You get this knot in your chest. So tip your head to the left and say, I take care of me.
I take care of me.
Yeah. Is that your left or your right?
This is my left, my right.
So is that your right?
Yes, this is
Yeah,
my
I said tip it to the left. Tip it to the left.
oh
Tip
my.
your head to the left got me nervous. Thought, oh my God, the world's changed. Tip your head to your left and say, I take care of me.
I take care of me.
Where do you feel that?
Same place around here.
Yeah, but that's a little higher now. Now we're getting into the words of authenticity, your throat chakra.
Yes.
So tip it to the right and say, I take care of me.
I take care of me.
Where do you feel that?
In my gut down here.
In the lower part. Yeah, in the doing. You don't take care of you. It's a lie. Your body's going, you don't take care of you. What do you do for work?
I do waterproofing and installation.
So you work with your hands, you work with your body.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why you're in shape. You could probably be in better shape, but that's why you're in shape. Because if you weren't, you'd probably have another 20 pounds on you because you don't really take care of you. So here's the thing. If you're going to enroll people, have you enrolled some people in your business yet, or do you want to?
Yes, I have the opportunity to help 2 persons so far.
Okay, cool. So the question then becomes, means it's true. The question then becomes, if they take care of themselves the way you take care of you, what do you think they're going to do in their business?
Bless me in the future.
Yeah.
Like Neil just said.
So the question then becomes, well, let me ask you this. And this is a question for all of you to answer. You can answer it quietly and I can help you with it, but I'm going to help. Is it Jordan? No. Say your name for me. DeAndre. So DeAndre, what business are you in?
I'm working on real estate and in IM Academy right now.
1 second. Dun, 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 elevator music.
So what business are you really in?
IM Academy.
You're a what?
IM Academy.
Okay. So what if your business was about taking care of yourself? Do you think there's people out there that would love to be able to be in a business that they could take care of themselves in?
I think so.
So say I'm in a business that I get to take care of myself. I'm in a business that I get to take care of myself.
I'm in a business that I get to take care of myself.
Where do you feel that in your body?
In my gut still.
But it's a different feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely.
The difference between fear and excitement is the definition we give it. It's the same feeling. So if somebody ask me what business I'm in.
What business are you in?
You know, I get asked that. And there's a lot of things about it that I love. The thing that I love most about the business that I'm a part of is that I get to work on taking care of me. Ask
That's-
me how I do that.
How do you do that?
Very well. Why do you ask?
Curious. I want to implement the same strategy to my life.
But see what happens. It's nobody. If I were to say, let me say this. I made $1 million in an industrial business. I'm going to sell you the industrial business the way people sell their network marketing business. I'm in a cryptocurrency online marketing system that has a duplicated website that's called I Am Academy that allows you to leverage technology, 7-figure income earners in a business that's now 7 or 8 years old. And we do events and meetings all over the world. I've traveled to 6 countries. You want to join? What the hell is that? Versus there's a company that's been around for 6 years and they've really helped people take care of themselves. Some financially, some emotionally, some kept their marriages together, some were able to work better on their health. For me, it's a business where I get to take care of me. And you know what? They compensate me for that, for helping other people who want to take care of themselves. Think people be more excited?
Most definitely.
So do you know Stephanie?
Yes, I do.
Do you know Aviel?
Yes.
When somebody asks you, so I need to learn about that business, what do? I should introduce you to the people who told me about it.
Yes, most definitely.
I'm done with the presentation. Why should you be giving a presentation? You're 6 minutes into it. Could you imagine telling a baby that just popped out, oh, he's so cute. You're running a marathon. Go. What the hell? Are you nuts? We're supposed to invite. Aren't we supposed to just invite? Didn't say invite, teach, train, and show the 72 ways to do the complex. Now, listen, I'm not part of your company. I'm an international speaker trainer, stood on stage in 30 plus countries, translated in over 40 different languages, 5-time best-selling author. I sit on a ranch with my sheep and my chickens and my dogs and my bride. I don't do what y'all do, but I love people. You're a stud, right? You're a handsome fella. You got a nice accent. Do you think your accent is a plus or a minus?
Definitely a plus.
Absolutely a plus. Yeah, man, everything cool. All right, let's go. I'm taking care of me, boy. Let's go. When somebody says, I need to know about the business, is it okay if I invite you to talk to some of the friends that I have? And listen, if you want to take care of you, you get to use them too. You're not going to be using me for a while. Oh, I'm part of I Am Academy and we do this. No, I mean, you can. I'm just sharing with you how humanity works.
Yes.
So what's the biggest struggle? Watch this. What's the biggest struggle you have in the next 30 days? There's something that's eating your lunch, something that's keeping you awake when you're reading your book, you're not focusing on it. What's that thing in the next 30 days that if you could stroke a pen and go, it's gone, it's over, it's done, what would that be?
To be honest, get my
No,
mom.
lie to me. Lie to me. Tell me a lie. Don't say the to be honest, no, lie to me.
I'm not lying. Get my mom
to do what? I'm sorry?
stop working. She
okay.
Saying about she's tired and stuff like that.
Okay. So for you to stop working or your mom stop? Who?
My mom.
Get your mom to stop working. How much would it take in income?
I would say if I make 7K a month, 7 to 8K a month, that can be possible.
Okay. So are you ready to retire your mom in 6 months?
Most definitely.
Okay. Are you willing to do the work that you haven't done before to retire your mom? Because you haven't retired your mom. In the last 6 months, you haven't retired your mom, right?
Yes.
In the next 6 months, do you think you have the skills, capabilities, and talents to do it on your own to retire your mom?
Most definitely. I already have started.
Okay, but on your own, if all of a sudden you had to go do it on your own, could you do it?
Probably will take me a longer time, but eventually.
Cool. Great answer. Great answer. So are you willing to plug in and do the work that's necessary?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Are you willing to feel a way you've never felt before?
Most definitely.
So that you can have something you've never had before?
Definitely.
Okay, so what's the new story? So figure out what 6 months is from now, and what date around that is going to be special for you to be able to have a surprise party that you're going to say, Mom, you no longer have to work.
Repeat what you just said.
So 6 months from now, what's a special date 6 months from now? So April next year,
Yes.
April, May. Is there any special date in April or May?
Yes, her birthday.
Shocking. What day?
The 21st
Of
April.
Okay, so what if your birthday party was to surprise her with a retirement check?
That will be tremendous.
So now ask me what business I think you're in.
What business do you think I'm in?
The business of retiring your mom on April 21st. Or
Yes.
whatever her date is. How many people do you know that are your age or that you might talk to that might want to retire their mom or their dad?
Be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Do you think there's anybody that would like to retire?
Pardon?
Do you think there's anybody that you might talk to that would like to retire in this lifetime?
Myself.
Yeah. And about everybody you're about to talk to. They would like to either retire debt, retire their mortgage, right? So now when somebody asks you what business you're in, I found the most amazing business that's going to help me retire my mom next April.
Yes.
What is it? It's a business that helps me retire my mom. I want to know about that. Let me introduce you to some of my friends because I'm just learning, but I am totally excited. I already have proof that it works. You enrolled 2 people.
Yes.
What'd you learn? What'd you like?
Pardon?
What did you learn? What did you like?
I learned a lot of things.
I get that a lot.
Pardon? What you said?
I get that a lot.
Yeah. I learned a better strategy, how I can impact other people's life so they can impact their family life also, and how to please myself and find time for myself more and focus on the right things. And I'm now in a new business to retire my mom. So that's the goal for the next 6 months.
So is there anybody that could talk you out of that?
I don't think
Is there anything that wouldn't, if they could tell you and show you that it's worth it for you to reach your goal, is there anything you wouldn't do? As long as it's moral, ethical, and would you do just about anything necessary?
yes, long as it stick within my morals. And
Yeah. So when I was building organizations, I opened up a division. I opened up a company that was a 5-year-old company. And I opened it up in Latin America and put 30,000 people in it in 7 months. And I only enrolled 2 people. But I had 30,000 people in the organization. How? Because I duplicated. I made sure I knew what their goals were. I knew what their wants were. I knew what their wishes were. A lot of them wanted to be able to put floors in their house. They were living in dirt floors.
funny to think of it, that's what I've been thinking about. Because I think that I'm trying to reach out to the wrong set of peoples.
Well, it's not the wrong set if you find out their why. Nobody's wrong if they have a why.
Yeah,
The challenge is that their why is not strong enough. Their why is too easily taken away from them. So when somebody asks me, how many of you have ever had invited somebody to an event and they didn't show up? Has that ever happened to any of y'all? What? No. So you want to role play with me?
Yes.
Okay. So, hey, listen, when's your next event? When's your next webinar presentation or whatever?
My next event, I don't got one right now on my schedule. I can't.
Okay.
They're every
So go ahead. They're every Wednesday.
no every day.
Oh, every day. So they're every day. So let's
On
say
Zoom, that's what he's saying, DeAndre.
on
Huh?
Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah, like-
When's the next Zoom event?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
tomorrow.
cool. So, hey, listen, DeAndre, I've got an event tomorrow at 7 p.m. You ready to go?
Yes.
Make believe you're a guest. You've never heard of this before, and I've invited you.
Ready to go for what?
For the webinar. You said you wanted to learn how to build the business. You wanted to learn how to take care of your mom and do the things, retire some people. They're going to teach you all about that tomorrow. It's at 7:00. Can you go?
Yeah, most definitely.
Excellent. Why would you go? This is where you guys stop. You go, oh, I got somebody signed up. I take it to the next level because I don't want to be the one chasing you tomorrow at noon. So, hey, listen, it's 7:00 tomorrow. You said you'd go. Tell me why you'd go.
Go.
Well, why? Why would you go?
Because you said how I can grow my
Well,
business.
then that's a crappy reason. Don't go because I said so. Listen, I'm going to prison. You want to go? Would you come with me? Why would you want to go? It's talking about business. It's talking about investments. It's talking about you making a difference in your life. Why would you go?
I'm always want to invest in stuff so I can be well off in the future. And I got my business that I really need some improvement on. So I think
Okay.
that's a great,
So can I ask you 2 quick questions?
yes.
How many of you would like to find out a year of somebody's life in 2 questions? A full year. Here you go. So DeAndre, let me ask you, if we were to open up your day planner, do you have a day planner?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. If we were to open it up and look at the last 6 months, how many places in there would we find events that you went to, products that you purchased, anything that you've done to improve your business? How many unique entries in your day planner would we find things that you did to improve your business? And zero's okay.
I would say a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so then where's the struggle?
Um,
Well, let me ask you this. In the next 6 months, how many places do you already have booked for events, for products, for webinar, for trainings that you're going to take? How many events are in the next 6 months?
I would say probably, I think I got about about five. That's really going to make a big difference.
Okay, so 1 a month on average.
Yes.
Do you think that's enough?
So for me to take the right time to work on it, I think that's a good pace for me.
Cool. So if you did in the next 6 months what you did in the last 6 months, you're going to be happy?
Yes, most definitely.
So where you're at right now, if you just did whatever that growth was that you did the last 6 months and the next 6 months, that's enough?
I would say probably half of the last 6 months, but that still won't be enough.
Okay, so it's not enough.
Yes, not enough.
Then you should be on the call tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
Because it's for you to get more, right? That's what you want. You want more.
Yes.
Okay. So would you show up for more?
Yes.
What would keep you from wanting to learn about more?
Nothing.
Then I guess I'll see you there, right? And if you don't show up, can I assume you don't want more?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So if I text you before the thing, hey, remember, the webinar about more is starting in 20 minutes. You ready?
Yes, I will be there in 5 minutes before.
Okay. So my point is that we aren't inviting people to learn about I am. We're inviting them to learn about the solution they don't have the need they don't have a solution for. Everybody's got a need. I can find anybody's need. And if I find your need, I can promise you I can give you a solution that you've never seen before that works. Question is are you willing to do something that you've never done before? And most people, we never ask them that question. We never ask them that question. Are you willing to do, if you see something you've never seen before, is it a good chance it might work?
Yes.
So if I show you something you've never seen before, would that be okay?
Yes.
If I show you something you've not heard the name of before, would that be okay?
Yes.
So have you heard of I Am Academy?
No.
So, hey, listen, it sounds like we're on the right path. you're presenting it in such a way that you know they don't know what it is, and you know what it is, and you want to make sure they know how smart you are because you know what it is. I'm not Google. I don't get paid for searches.
So I see what happened when you think out of the box.
I just toss the box away. That help?
Yes, most
Great
definitely.
news is you have Stephanie and Aviel who are geniuses in all of this stuff.
Yeah,
Plus, they have my number.
yeah, most definitely.
Cool, DeAndre. Thank you for spending some time with me.
Most definitely. I appreciate your time, Shane.
You bet.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead, Stephanie. Who else? Is it Victor, I think?
Victor
Who
had a
else?
question, and then after that was Renan, because Eduardo hopped off.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, first Victor, then Renan. Yay!
I used to hold my meetings like this at 2 a.m, FYI.
Wait, Sean, I know Victor's about
Wow.
to speak right now, but before we go, can you teach them about y'all are about to miss it for all of you that are not going to Texas. I know Sean's gonna come at me for saying this right now, but I don't care because he's gonna be in Texas this weekend and I'm speaking it into existence. And that's where I met him. I met him in Texas and we stayed at the lobby till 2 in the morning and he broke my head in half and the
2
conversation.
a.m. It was 3:30 before we
Yeah,
left.
something like that. Something like that. It was crazy, but it was good. So if you're going to Texas, we're gonna have the lobby talks.
So what did you want me to touch on before? Or?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, after when the call ends, like after if okay, it's Victor, Renan, and Aviel. After them, if nobody else has questions, then I want you to talk about the state versus story versus strategy.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
All right, Victor.
So Victor,
I
go
know
ahead.
it was
Or
still.
Brian,
Give,
whoever.
give me one
Yes, go
sec.
ahead.
Yeah, it was still wet. So yeah, it's still drying. Yeah, I got a question. So okay. You seem like a pretty. I don't know, outside of the box type thinker. Somebody that's
Yep.
definitely working on like their own like self growth and their self development. And
Yep.
I got a question for you. I don't want to put you in a box or say this is like who
Sure.
you are, but you seem like the type that would consider themselves like still a student. Like with all that you seem like the type that would consider yourself still a student.
Every day.
What are you currently learning?
So I'm learning the next level of language. So when I look at a word, so I'll give you an example. I just opened up Think and Grow Rich. There's no fixed price for sound ideas. This is in specialized knowledge. So I have circled, if I circle something, so there's no fixed price for sound ideas. I look at when I look at this, when I read books now, I look at what did the author mean? What was Napoleon Hill thinking when he wrote that line? Now,
Okay.
did he write that line and the editor said we need to change it? What was the words that Napoleon Hill wrote that they changed? Now, in this book, in Think and Grow Rich, you know the word they took out? Vibration. What? He had vibration in here over 150 times. But they said that's too much ether. That's too much. Wallace D. Wattles talks about vibration all the time. So what I look at, what I'm studying is what's the next level? When I read it again, I have my mastermind. And Napoleon Hill is part of my mastermind. And if you know his voice, hey there, boy, I have him talking, and I'll be interviewing him going, Napoleon, what did you mean by that? I just underlined it. There's no fixed price. I have written here. You must use all of your capability to activate your imagination. That's my notes on the sideline. So I'm learning how do we deal with the intangible? People will read that there's no fixed price for good ideas and they'll skip it and they'll just go on. I say, why? Is it resistance that doesn't let them see it? Is it their intention? Right. DeAndre wanted to check. I did 10 pages. What Stephanie was talking about, state, story, strategy, is the big reason so many people want to check the strategy. I did it. Right. You said the clothes are still wet or whatever was still wet. So they got to go back.
Yeah, I'm doing laundry right now.
Yeah, they got to go back in the dryer. That's a strategy. Your state unless you're a monk, there's monks that live on the side of a mountain that in order for them to get their monk card, whatever they call it, is they'll take their toga, they'll take their wrap and dip it in a mountain spring at 10,000 feet. Means that water's 33 degrees, 34 degrees, and they have to dry it 3 times before sunrise. Now, I don't suggest that form of drying clothes. So you used a strategy. The strategy is turn the knob back to 60 and let the things dry again. Make sure you pull the lint out strategy so the air flows through. That's strategy.
Forgot about the lint, to be honest with you.
I mean, it might be taking longer. State is that we want the clothes dry so we can fold them, so you can hug them and feel that warm feeling. Do you have kids? Do you have a kiddo or no? Or yes?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I
So
don't.
you ever take something warm out of the dryer on a cool day and wrap it around you? You go, oh, that feels so good.
I got a cat though.
Oh, there. Okay. So do you ever snuggle with your cat? Right? You put
Oh,
them in
yeah.
something. Maybe they're crazy. I don't know. They could be a nice cat, but you snuggle with them.
Right.
So my point is that the strategy doesn't exist when you say the clothes are wet, dry them. You got to put them back in the dryer. It doesn't matter whether you're happy or you're sad or you're in joy or you're a piece or you're put them back in the dryer. The clothes are no. That's a simple strategy.
Mhm.
State is, do you realize that you can impart energy into inanimate objects because everything is vibration, right? Do you
Yep.
realize you can take the towels out and the clothes out and the shirts out and you can love them while you're folding them and it'll change your state when you put them on?
Definitely.
So that's the part that I'm learning. I'm learning about the ether between you and me. Wallace D. Waddell says there's a thinking stuff from which all things are made that permeates and penetrates and fills the inner spaces of the universe. A thought held in this substance is produced by the thought. We must move from the competitive mind to the cooperative mind. From that place, we can have all that we want. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough other people get what they want, you can have the key word most people don't pay attention to. You can have everything that you want. So I'm working on the everything, not just the pieces.
You're on your final stage of meditation, my friend.
Yep.
You know
I
that,
do about
right?
2 hours a day.
You know that, right? Though, that you have like your states of meditation, that you go from just trying to kind of calm everything out, then you focus in on one thing, then you start to see the love in that, then you start to see yourself in that. I mean, it's like 8 different stages, but the ultimate is obviously like the unification. And it's like, even if it's like you said, if it's my laundry, like that is me. Like I am that, and like because we both exist and we love, like you're on your final stage, brother. You're almost there, dude. Let's go. Damn, that's a good one. All right. Not bad, man. Not bad.
Hey, but here's the thing. You asked the question. So that's even cooler.
I just wanted to see if like what you were currently learning, or what, like, you know,
if I was just full of crap.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Like I'm highly interested in you. Like I'm about to go like cross country in an RV camper and stuff like that. And I believe you hold retreats, and I would definitely be really interested in being a part of one of those, man. So
whenever you get out at your places, pay attention to one of the trees. There's going to be a tree that draws your attention, and it's because of whether it's new or it's eons old. There's going to be these different trees that are going to draw your attention. Go over, hug it, go over, talk to it, go over, say thank you. I promise you. So I live on a ranch, 30 acres. I have in the property where I cut the grass, 780 trees. And when people come to the ranch, they pick a tree so that they never leave. It's kind of the Hotel California. You can check in, but you can never leave because your tree's here. And I get to see you. I get to talk to you. I get to check in on you. There's a lot of people who I'll be walking down the driveway or cutting the grass in their tree. I'll go, whoa, what's this? And I'll call them up. I go, what's going on? They go, how'd you know? I go, your freaking tree told me. Almost knocked me off the mower.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, man.
Cool. I love it. I love this conversation. You know, we could talk like till the morning the sun comes up, right? And
Definitely.
For Cocoa Puffs.
All right, man. Well, I mean, I just really wanted to see, just to see.
Great question. I've never been asked that question.
you're trying to learn. So I really appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Hope you have a
Thank
great night.
you.
All right.
Love and
Namaste.
light. Thanks, man. Who else?
Renan, it's your time to shine.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So my thing was it's a question, but also just I want to give some background because so I have I think a problem. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just something that's like a wall that's holding me back from reaching the goals that I have set for myself.
Yep.
And I was talking to Stephanie about that today because I've been in the program almost a month and I haven't hit like
Sounds like a
two-
rehab. I've been in the program. I've been in for a
Well,
month.
sorry,
And I've got
in
2 more years to go.
in the community. I've been in it for about a month.
Yep.
And I still haven't gotten the 2 and 3. And I set a goal for myself to hit the 2 and 3 on my first month. And
Okay.
I have this thing where when I don't reach the small goal I want for myself, I start to overthink it, and I never give up, but I don't put as much effort as I did at the start of it.
Okay.
And I think that's something that's kind of stopped me, I guess, or is stopping me from reaching my full potential, I guess you could say.
Sure.
And today I was supposed to have like a certain call with someone that was excited to join, and I thought that was gonna be my 2 and 3. Never ended up calling me. Maybe he'll call me tomorrow, but that also brings me down.
Sure.
Because I had this thought in my head where I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna reach the goal. I was happy, and then the moment he didn't call or he didn't answer, I was like wow, like it kind of like hit me very hard. And I have these moments a lot because I always want to reach so many things at the same time, and I have so many goals that I want to reach, and I try to do everything at the same time that when I don't reach the goals, I just like my mind just unconsciously just tells me like you can't do this, or I don't know. And I know I've read about it. One of the things to help that is like, I guess, like positive talk to yourself. So just talk good about yourself over and over and over again, and eventually your mind will get to a point where it'll believe it. But like sometimes I feel like it doesn't. But I don't. Just,
So, say your name again.
for hours. But then days where I'm like, I don't know, Renan.
Renan. So Renan, let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19. And so let me share with you some statistics. So I'm on the faculty of the Self-Talk Institute with Dr. Shad Helmstetter. And if I was going to give you a self-talk presentation, it would start off like this. No fewer, if you lived in a reasonably positive household, reasonably positive, by the time you're 18, no fewer than 114,000 times did you hear, no, it won't work, it can't work. And that's from the people in the house, let alone outside the house. So you're 19. So the number might be 130,000, 20,000. If you had to guess how many times you spoke positive words to yourself, how many thousand times do you think you did it?
Probably a couple thousand. I'm gonna be honest, not.
Okay. So let's say you did it 10,000 times. Do you realize on an average day you have 60,000 thoughts? Of those 60,000 thoughts, 80% of them are not.
Wait, he's not in the call right now. I think he logged out by mistake. He got kicked out.
Okay.
How you doing, Sean?
Outstanding, up y'all in the house.
Let's go. Let's see if he holds back in. If not, I got
Okay,
something.
go ahead with your question. We'll get back to him when he comes back.
He's in.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Home and the Wi-Fi went out. Okay, I'm home.
That's all right. Cool. So let's say 100,000 times a year. That's, I don't know, somebody do 19 times 19 times. That's days. So you've had millions and millions of negative thoughts. And you get frustrated because you tried it 10,000 times and it didn't work. Who else do you know tried something 10,000 times and it didn't work? Or 9,999 times and it didn't work? Edison, right? So Edison tried something 9,000, and you tried it 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 times. You're like, I don't know why it's not working. You got to keep going. So do you have your goals written out? Do you have your daily goals written out? Your desires?
Yeah, they're in my notebook and right here.
Okay. So did you read them today?
I read them every morning.
Okay. So are you reading them with an aggravated mind or a happy mind?
With a hopeful mind, I guess. You could
Okay.
say.
So guess what? The universe only has to bring you hope. Good luck. There's a need to know. So who do you love in your life?
Who do I love? My mom.
Okay. Could I sell you on the fact that your mom doesn't love you? I'm not saying on days that she gets mad at you. I'm talking about a mother's love. Could I sell you that she doesn't love you?
No.
No. Could I try to convince you to not love your mother?
No.
Then you need to read your goals in that same intensity. Because you're reading them in hopeful, and the universe is going, oh, here's a hopeful tune. All we have to do is play hopeful back in his life. If you believe in the law of attraction. What we think about and we we bring about. So who do you become when the goals you read this morning? You don't have to read me your goals, but who do you become when the goals you read this morning come true?
I guess I've become the person I've always thought I could be.
Okay,
No.
so do you have that person written down?
No, I do not.
Okay, that's why that is so hard to find. Imagine if I said, come to my house. Listen, I'll give you $1 million to come to my house. What's the first thing you're going to ask me?
First, where's your address? What's your address?
Yeah, so where's your address for your dreams? Where's your address for the person you want to become? I don't care if it's just 12 months from now. Who do you want to become 12 months from now? Do you work out? You look like you might work out.
Yes.
Okay, so do you track your weight and your bicep size and all that stuff? I know that may sound...
My weight, yeah.
Yeah, so you track your weight, but you don't track your dreams? I'm confused. We'll go to the grocery store with a list, and we won't have a list for our dreams. I'm like, what? So 12 months from now, what's your income? 12 months from now, what's your savings? 12 months from now, what's your business? Napoleon Hill calls it your definite chief aim, or your definite major purpose. So you're writing down your goals, you're doing the things, but you're not. Have you read the book Science of Getting Rich?
Science to Getting Rich, no.
Okay, so I would encourage you all to get that, because Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, now it's free. You can go listen to it online because it's over 100 years old. It's in what's called public domain. You can go download a PDF or you can go buy the book. But I'm not asking you to spend money. So Napoleon Hill's is the heart side of the business. Think and Grow, Science of Getting Rich is the science side of it. It is an exact formula. Do you know what temperature it takes to boil water? You may not remember that from science class.
I think 100 degrees.
100 degrees, I think, Celsius, 212 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Okay, so will water boil at 200?
No.
If you get paid $1 million and I give you a stove that can only go up to 200, you gonna love me or hate me?
I'll hate you a little bit.
Right. So what's happening is you're using a 200-degree mindset to try to get your dreams to boil. And it's just not going to happen. You're doing the work, you're sweating, you're working, you're putting the fire underneath it, you're turning it up, you're trying to crank it past 200, and it can't go because the DIY method, the do-it-yourself method of success, is an absolute comedy of errors. So what I'm suggesting is that, yes, read your goals. Do you have a favorite song that you like to listen to? One that pumps you up maybe when you're working out or whatever?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you listen to that when you're writing or reading your goals?
No, I do not.
Do that. Put earbuds in, crank it up, because there's something that Joseph McClendon III talks about is if your hips move, Y'all wiggle your hips in your chair. Watch your faces. Y'all wiggle your hips in your chair. You're all going to start giggling. It's a phenomenon called attitude. You shake your booty, and that's why I love Latin. I lived in Latin America. I have a Puerto Rican accent. I lived in Latin America. I loved it. Dancing, 6 foot tall gringo, dancing merengue, salsa, un cuadrado, do mu, I just move, move, move. Oh my God. It was phenomenal. Put the music on. So draw a triangle. Draw a triangle. Everybody draw a triangle. Bottom of the triangle, put physiology. Bottom of the triangle, physiology. Means your body's got to move. Move your body. One side, I usually put it on the left side, right? Physiology, thoughts. What kind of thoughts are you having? And then on the right side, language and meaning. When we were working with DeAndre and we talked about the energy, and he said, I feel it in the same place. I said, but it feels different, doesn't it? That's an example of language and meaning. So physiology, you got to move your body, got to move your body. If you're sitting still, especially guys, any teachers on the call? Anybody been a teacher? Do you realize that kids, when they're little, sitting boys in a desk is like a death penalty to them? Little boys got to move around. If you got any little nieces or nephews, they're always running around. They're like, what are you doing? Are you got to go pee? Oh, I'm just excited. I'm learning. Right? They'll stand watching the whatever TV show is on, and they'll be just bouncing. We need to move. Guys, we need to move. We need to move our bodies, right? We're hunters gatherers. We're not sitting in our cubicles writing dreams. So move your body, put your music on. I promise you, you put your music on and you allow yourself to get into state first. Listen to it, think about it. Just let your energy rise. The challenge is too often we try to set goals that we haven't had. That's a goal, something we haven't had. But then we try to step into that thing we haven't had, and we'll never get there because we haven't had it. But what Bob Proctor talks about is that if we elevate our vibration with something we already love, could be music, could be dancing, could be eating an apple. I don't know. It's the thing that moves you. Then I throw in the picture, I throw in the visualization of that goal. I instantly elevate that visualization to the level of the vibration that brings me joy. And now it crosses over. Now all of a sudden the reticular activating system starts throwing things in your way. You're like, oh my God, how many of you have had days in your business? You won't believe what happened. That's you accessing the highest energy. That's you allowing the universe to deliver to you the thing you want, the thing you dream of. Don't be afraid. You want to have, oh my God, you won't believe what happened, versus you won't believe. Don't have those days. Have the good ones. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's a simple thing. You're like, no, give me the hard thing. I need to do the hard thing. The hardest thing, Emerson said, the most difficult thing man or woman will ever do is the idea of sustained thought. That is the most difficult thing you will ever do, is the idea of sustained thought. I'm not going to teach you how to do anything that's hard, but it'll be the toughest stuff you do. And the reason that it's so tough is because it's worth it work. I don't teach theory. I don't say you should try this. I've had, how many of you have had people no-show their own home? And they're in the house. They're in the house moving the curtains. I had 5 people. I drove 4 hours to go to a meeting in Cincinnati, Ohio. And they were I'm knocking on the door and they're not answering it. I'm calling their phone and it's ringing inside and they're answering it. I'm like, why are you no-showing your own house? That's when I got real good going. I am never inviting somebody to an event unless they know why they're going. I don't need to know why I'm going. They need to know why they're going. So on an 8-hour trip, you learn a lot of stuff when you're frustrated, aggravated. Who else? Stephanie? Who else? Oh, Abiel, did you have a question? You were going to go. Did that help?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, which question, big boy?
All right, Sean. So I've been reading because I'm not like a reader, okay? I was never a reader,
Stop
but
that.
I
Bob
started.
Proctor says don't be around poor people. Say, I'm a good reader. Don't be negative in yourself.
I
I'll
am
smack you in
an
the head.
amazing reader. I am
Yes.
an amazing reader. And I started reading Think and Grow Rich, right? Because I
Yep.
noticed that, you know, every successful individual, when you ask about books to read, everyone mentions different books, but all of them have to mention Think and Grow Rich. So
You mean there's a secret in there? There's something special to it? And those people who said they read it, how many times did they read it? That's the key.
multiple times, and they kept reading it over and over. And that's what I plan on doing. Keep reading that book for life right now. So
forever. That's it.
I at the beginning of the book, it tells you to write down your goals, you know, to your desire in a specific way, and to say it in loud voice before going to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do. I started doing that right now, right? When I read it, I did it, and I've been doing it. My goal, can I share with you my goal?
Sure.
All right, so my goal right now is I believe it's in the next, right now it's around 24
You sure it's
days.
your goal? You sure it's your goal? Okay.
Yeah, I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days.
Okay.
So in the next 24 days,
Okay.
I want to go ahead and make an impact to over 400 individuals.
Excellent.
Okay.
Great.
And I wanted to ask you, because some people say this, that, you know, you gotta focus on first your next short-term goal and then focus on the big target. But because everyone is like, no, because you're not gonna be grateful for the end target. But I am gonna be grateful for all those little achievements along the way, because I know that they're what is gonna take me to that big target that I want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So do you believe that I should dissect that goal and set it in smaller pieces, or keep focusing on that big goal that I have?
So how many people have you impacted so far?
I've impacted over 30 individuals.
Okay, and how many days?
In a lot of days.
How many days? You got to know
I
your
don't know.
stats. Guess. 10 days, 50 days, 100 days? How many? 30 people doesn't mean, now impact 400 people doesn't mean they all sign up.
Yeah.
Bring
Okay.
value to 400
I mean,
people.
okay. Yeah. But
Now,
what
do you
I
want
mean is
400
in the
people to sign
business.
up? Do you want 400 people to sign up?
In the business, yes.
Okay, so then you need to speak to 1,000 and you'll get better at it.
All right.
Jim Rohn said, listen, I can sponsor 1 out of 10, and if you sponsor 3 out of 10, I'll beat you. You're 30%, you're 20% better than me. I sponsor 1 out of 10, you sponsor 3 out of 10. I'll get better, but I'll outwork you. So tell me the name of somebody you love. Oh,
my mom.
He's going. Yeah. So give me your mom's first name.
Janet.
Say it again.
Janet.
Janet. So I got Janet at the top of the tallest building you can think of. And at the end of October, you don't have 400 people in your business. I throw off the building. You okay with that?
No.
No? Could you get 400 people in your business?
Yes.
Yeah. So then what's the big problem?
There isn't.
You're trying to do the 400 people for you. You'll never do it for you. You don't have any proof to do it for you. You have to have the most outrageous reason to pull you, to push you. And that's to make sure your mom's alive.
Okay. What do I do to keep this? What do I do to keep that in my mind?
I don't believe your mom's gone. You're going to be responsible for your mom's death. I know this is tough. This is stepping on your throat, but you've got to have that kind of motivation. So it says here in the book, right? First, pick the exact amount. Second, determine exactly why you intend to give in return for the money. You haven't determined the price you're going to pay. That's why you did 30 people in lots of days. You can do 30 people tomorrow.
Okay, so I guess I didn't understand that part, because it says, what are you going to do in return?
Yeah, what's the price you're going to pay?
Okay, so
I'm going to show up on social media twice a day. I'm going to do trainings. I'm going to do 2.5-hour training. Yeah, the strategy. What's the price you're going to pay?
Okay, so what I wrote down on that is that I'm gonna post daily on my social media until it happens, and I'm also going to.
Yeah, but what are you going to post daily? Once a day is enough? Post or go live?
I have to. Okay, I have to go live. I'm posting on all social medias every day.
Okay, but once a day, twice a day?
once
Okay,
a
so
day.
come up with some good stuff they want to do. Come up with a story. You're not Google. Nobody wants to see Google. They want to know your journey.
All right.
How many people have you enrolled?
Personally,
Yeah, see, y'all pay
over
attention.
20.
See his physiology? I
No,
didn't tell him to
I'm
get up
looking
and
for
move
my
around.
journal. I'm looking
I
for my
got him
journal
so
right now.
excited he got up and moved around. So
You
you've
put it here?
sponsored 20. Do you know the reasons why they said yes?
Yes.
You do? You can give me a list of all 20 people. They're one reason
Yeah,
why they
I
said
have it
yes?
in my computer. Yeah, I have it in my
Okay.
computer.
Okay. They're one reason. That if
Yeah,
I called them up
they're
right
why.
now, that would be their why.
Yep.
Yep. Did you do the 21 reasons in 5 minutes?
Not 21 reasons. We did a why. 7 layers
Okay.
why.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Nobody knows their why. You've been doing this for 3 years and you still don't know your why. You ask me, you're calling me. This is me calling. Remember the question number 2, can I make you uncomfortable?
Yes.
This happens at all levels, everybody. Nobody goes home free when you get in front of me. You don't know your why you want to go sponsor 400 people.
Because
You
I want to
don't-
go ahead and I want to retire my mom.
But why did you need to ask me that? You don't know that. Otherwise you'd have done it. Yes, this hurts, but this is creating new neural pathways. You're not serious about retiring your mom. Get it done. You don't need me for any of that. You know the business. You know how to talk to people. The challenge is that it's hard to keep people. Your glue doesn't work.
Okay.
So how many of the 20 people you enrolled did you ask them, can I help you with your dream today? And maybe you asked all of them. I don't know.
No, that question I've never asked.
Okay, so there's your glue. That's why your glue doesn't work.
How can I help you with your dream?
They think you want 400 people and they're just one of the plugs in the you're gonna pop 400 people. I don't want
I asked them how can I help them to
No,
get to their
nobody
goal.
wants help. Listen,
Okay.
everybody. Nobody wants help. I'm here giving you now $30,000 worth of content. $30,000. Every one of you could go make $30,000 from the content I've given you. You can use life-changing stories. You don't want help. You don't want help.
What do people want?
They want to be serviced. Today's social media, I want to be first in line. They want service. So have you asked them, how can I be of service to you today? Because when I say help, if I say I'm going to help you, what goes through your mind?
That I'm in need.
Yeah, and I'm not enough. I don't need your help. I can do it. How many of you have your loved ones, Stephanie, wants to help you. I can do it. You ask the flower of your heart, can I help you? I can do it. And the two of you don't talk to each other for an hour because you're both, neither one of you want help. Gets on my nerves. Why? So nobody really wants help. So you'll usually hear me say, so how can I be of best service to you? What can I do to be of service to you?
Yeah, you always say that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be pissed off if I changed everything I've told you guys before? Like, oh my God, this is all new. None of this is new, right? Stephanie, nod your head. None of this is new. You may have heard some new things, but ain't none of it new. Because this is what worked. I'm not teaching you. You guys should go try this. Oh, you're in this kind of business? This should work. No, you're talking to human beings. They got a heart, a head. They got problems. Their mom didn't like them. Their father told them they were no good. They had a boyfriend that said they're stupid and a girlfriend that said you'll never be anything, right? We've all had problems. We've all had challenges. They're not coming to you to have more problems. My goal is to take away the stress in your life. Didn't mean I wasn't going to add a pot full ton of it. I'm going to take away the stress of non-productivity. So you guys are reading Napoleon Hill's book, right? Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
realize? Look how thick this book is. This is called Napoleon Hill's Science of Success by Napoleon Hill, PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. Then you've got Napoleon Hill's Law of Success, the 16 Laws of Success. It's called The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. These are the notes from 1925. Then I've got a bunch of other books, but this is just, here's Think and Grow Rich. There's The Law of Success, and there's Positive Mental Attitude.
Is there any specific order we should read those?
Think and Grow Rich, keep reading it. And then add to that Science of Getting Rich.
Okay.
But just you don't need to go get the blue book or the PMA. This one you actually can't get. There's no place that you can, I don't think there's no place you can find this. I bought the PDF for, I don't know, $500-600, and then I made a book out of it.
All right.
So yeah, this is kind of your business. This is your human Bible. And then if you really want to add to it, How to Win Friends, Influence Others, Dale Carnegie and
Sean,
yes.
that book was so boring to me.
Which book?
The How to Win Friends and Influence People. I have it.
Jim Rohn would say that's a clue.
I have it right here, actually, by Dale Carnegie.
No. You don't have to like me. I'm just gonna make you rich. you can.
Wait,
you can,
I also wanted
you
to
can
ask.
hate me from your yacht.
LOL. Sean, who's Napoleon's Hill? Who's Napoleon's Hill mentor?
Charles Hennell.
Where's he at?
Where's his book? Hang on.
You have his book?
Yeah. I actually do trainings on
can we talk about we've been hanging in here for 2 hours?
it.
I've been
What happened,
Oh.
Brian?
I've been like swinging my head left to try to see like how my head, and like my left side of my head feels like an abyss, and when I swing my right head, it feels like it's easier to swing left, and then when I swing right, it's like a rock, like a fat rock.
That's
Like
because
rough.
you don't want to be angry. I hear you. You say, I don't want it. But the old story inside of you, the identity says, oh, we have to be that. Otherwise, who am I? So yeah, it doesn't want to be that. It's supposed to be heavy. Congratulations on the awareness.
Yeah, I was like,
now here's a phrase. You all do this. If you're going to do the left and right like that, whenever you feel discomfort, whenever you feel anxiety, I'm going to say you have to, but I'd never tell you what to do. I'm going to encourage you to strongly say, and I love that. Because in love, all of the negative emotion goes away. I don't care if it's, oh my gosh, I broke my arm, and I love that. I promise you, you probably won't need pain pills. Learn the phrase, and I love that. When you start to use that, when things go wrong, you start to say, and I love that. The universe says, oh, we don't have to challenge you anymore. And you go, everything went like wonderful today. I'm almost afraid. And I love that. Anytime you have any situation, any response in your body or your mind, say the words, and I love that. Good, and I love that. Bad, and I love that. And it switches it and it shifts it. And what happens is that you're no longer stopping the flow of energy of your desires towards you. Napoleon Hill said this. This is going to kind of freak you out. Maybe it won't. You guys are into Bob Proctor. But Napoleon Hill said, when we have this mastermind, we're having a mastermind right now, right? We're not in perfect harmony. We're getting there. But we're having this mastermind. Do you realize that if one person loses their shiitake, everything you learn tonight goes away with it? I don't care if you got the notes. You're going to lose your notes. You're going to do this. Napoleon Hill said, one person, when they disengage, if they disengage from the mastermind in a negative way, all energy associated with the ether that they learn from vanishes. How many of you have ever been talking with somebody and you went, and I can't remember, what's that thing we talked about? I can promise you there was a negative energy around it, and it literally left the atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow is right.
Oh, I'm not on mute?
I'm glad we cleared that up.
That's so interesting that you say that, because one person that actually like I'm gonna share this because I feel like I'm not gonna blame it on him, but my brother has anger issues, and I feel
Mhm.
like you said, when you're around the an angry person, like he was born with anger issues, like I seen him like go all red, like see red,
Right.
right? And like anytime he like just pisses me off, like I just say like at the end, like you were saying, I love that. I love that. I always tell him, I love you, I love you, I love you as a brother, and he's like, you're gay.
Good. And that's the laughter, and that's what's needed. Absolutely. Now here's the other thing. You ready? You ready for some more woo-woo stuff?
Yeah,
You and your brother, your biological family.
yeah, we're like,
Okay.
yeah,
So
we're
here's the thing. Do you realize that if you both have the same mom and dad, right? So how much of your dad and how much of your mom are in you? Just basically speaking, 50-50, right?
Mm.
Just say genetically 50-50. Now you may act more like one than the other. I get it, but 50-50. So do you
yeah.
realize the Einstein called this theory spooky distance at a spooky theory at a distance is what Einstein called it. We now
Yeah.
call it quantum entanglement. So here's the spooky part. You ready? Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
If you have a good day, do you realize that the 100% of you can influence half of your mom and half of your dad?
I believe that.
And if you can influence half of your mom, half of your dad, guess who else gets the benefit? Your brother, because he's got half your mom, half your dad. So you can reduce your brother's anger issues by sending good love to your mom and dad, by sending good love and by you getting in a good state, because it goes into mom and dad and it flows back into him.
That just like that's so crazy. That's so crazy because there was actually I'm just saying, I'm just gonna say this. There was a girl I used to talk to
Mhm.
that was into like, black magic, whatever. She literally told me that like a long time ago, oh, I need to help you get into like help get you help like with your dad, whatnot, right?
Mhm.
And like whenever my brother would like get mad, whatever, he would always say like, "Oh, my dad this, my dad that." And like the thing is, like I don't really like him, but he does. But like I always support my mom, and he knows that. But I don't go to that other side. You get me? Like I
Sure.
never touch on that other side because like he's never like been there. You get me? And
Yep.
I always forgive.
But
I forgave already. Like I already forgave him, but like it's still there.
well, so now tell a new story. Dad's always there. Listen, that's what's called faith.
Yeah.
We have to say it until. And you just say the words. Dad's there. There was a time. So I teach EFT, energetic frequency techniques, energetic freedom techniques. So it's tapping, right? You've heard of tapping. So I teach tapping. So I would say, listen, Dad's not always been there, but you know what? He's coming around. And
Yeah.
just that simple meridian tapping, doing the karate chop tap, saying that, Dad's not always been there. It's a statement of fact. He's coming around. And all of a sudden, the energy shifts.
Mm. I'm gonna
Because
try that.
we want to speak, we want to talk in absolutes. There are no absolutes. Because
That's
what you
correct.
see is true and I see is true are two different truths, but yet they're true to us. So you just say, hey, listen, Dad's not always been there. You know what? He's coming around though. And I like that. And I love that. So you're not saying Dad's good because your subconscious is going, have you not seen the video of your life? He's not been around. But if you say he's not been around, but he's coming around, I love that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you'll hear things and things will remind you and you'll just have this. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I feel like wow. Um Another thing that I wanted to ask you, because I know a lot of us, like I just thought of it because I've been like
Yep.
writing down what you said, and I've actually been writing with my left arm. And I
Okay.
feel like ever since like I've been writing with my left arm, I feel like all my thought, like I have more train of thought of what to ask
Oh,
you.
creative side. Yep, sure.
Yeah. And I actually have a clothing brand. Actually, I'm like a creator, so this is like to like a big awakening. And I was gonna ask you because I know a lot of us struggle with that. Be right, we're young, right? We always wanna mate. We always want that person. We can make all the money. We can make all the money, right? Let's say, oh, I make money, this and that. But at the end of the day, you're gonna still want to find that person or still like something about just having a mate. But at the back of your mind, you're like, you don't need it. But like the other side says, yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, but like you don't know where to look.
So what you're trying to, you're thinking you know where to look. Let the universe bring it to you. Everything,
Yeah.
listen, everything you all want is as close as your skin. It's literally everything you want is as close as your skin. And if you need some great energy work, Selena's on here. She can help you. Let's see
Yeah.
if she heard me. Selena, she's talking.
Where's Selena?
So you got the little white light on top.
Selena.
Yeah, it is.
Selena.
Selena.
Oh, is it a person on the call?
Yeah, it's a person on the call. Selena, can you hear
Oh,
me?
Selena.
Brian, it's
Yeah.
your teammate.
Selena.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been like
Hello, Selena.
my brain.
I was like, did I hear my name?
You do.
Yes, you did. Hello, my love. How are you?
Everyone. I've been listening. I'm here.
So what do you think of this business conversation? You don't get to hear this side of me talk about that stuff, but you heard all the other stuff.
Well, it's funny because it's all interconnected.
Yeah, isn't it?
There's not much difference. It's just about the questions people ask, but the questions, it all links back to the same thing.
Yeah. I completely, yeah. And that just, wow, because like I've been swinging my head to the left so much that like even the ideas just go, like I don't even stutter when I like ask you no more. Like,
Now,
Yeah.
next time we have a conference call, y'all owe me $1 every time you say the word like. Selena sent me $40 one day because we had a conference. We had a one-on-one, and
I
she said it
will,
40 times.
I
So,
will
yeah.
stop saying like,
Yeah, just be aware because most people don't want to do anything they like. They want to do things they love. So, it's like, and everybody's like, I don't want to be around like. I want to be around love.
that's a good one.
It's
Yeah,
love,
that's why.
love.
Yeah, that's my filter word. I realize I have a lot of filter words.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
have I have like, I have for
Pretty
sure.
much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are filter. Yeah.
Sean,
Yes, I
filter
just wanted to
words.
see Selena because I miss her and I love her and she's such awesome.
I love you.
I love you too.
so
We
Sean,
love
Yes, go
you.
ahead. Who is asking the question?
me.
Yes.
Going back to the question I had asked.
Yeah.
I have the goal of, helping 400
Nobody wants
individuals.
help. You're not
Okay,
helping. You're
serving,
gonna help. What are
serving,
you gonna take them to go
Serving.
get soup?
serving.
I'm gonna serve people who want to join my business. You're gonna
I'm gonna
serve
help-
everybody, but you're gonna serve the people who want to join your business. Be specific.
Exactly. Do I keep the main goal or do I break that goal into smaller targets?
400 is a small target.
That's what
Who
I
told you
think.
it was a?
But
Who told you? It's
other
a big
people
one?
tell me.
Who?
It's
So are other people paying your bills?
no,
Other people sleeping in your pajamas?
no.
Then say I love that and move on.
All right, awesome.
That's
That
interesting.
was all.
Now, if you
Thank you.
did 200, would you be disappointed?
Not at all.
No, are you just so here's the thing. I was talking, y'all know Jim Rohn? If you haven't heard of Jim Rohn, is a pretty cool guy. His business partner, Kyle Wilson, was his business partner, president of Jim Rohn International for 18 years. And so I'm part of, Kyle Wilson started a mastermind 8 years ago. I'm one of the founding members of the mastermind. And we were talking the other day and I said, I want to get to 2,000 morning calls. And then I don't know if I'm going to keep going. He goes, why Why don't you do it 3 days a week? I go, because I want to get to 2,000. He goes, you'll still get to 2,000. What are you, stupid? Yeah, I guess I will. So now I do my morning calls 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. I'll still get to 2,000. I'm at 1,980 something. It just takes a few more days, a few more calls. So set it for 400, get your button gear. What happens when you hit 400? What happens when you have 400 active people in your business?
I become a Sherman 10 and
Okay,
I
so
retire my mom.
excellent. So what's the price you're going to pay? When you reach that, what's the reward you get?
Retiring my mom and being happy.
Okay, but forget
at
about your
peace.
mom. This is about you. What's the reward you are going to
I'm at
give
peace.
yourself? Peace bullshit. You could be at peace right now and poor. What's the benefit you get it for at Chairman 10? Do you see why you're struggling with this goal? Because you're not rewarding you. The universe is going, okay, we're going to give him everything out. And the universe is going, so what's his reward? He wants to be at peace. Oh, we could make him poor and at peace. That's easy. What's the physical reward? You're going to buy yourself a watch? You're
My
going to get
physical
a
reward is
haircut?
that I could take Stephanie on dates. I could fund my live trading account and become a 6-figure trader with that money.
Okay, so that's the goal, because this whole thing about peace and retiring your mom, you get nothing out of this. Who wants to work to go find 400 people and get nothing? Sign me up for that. Oh my God, let me join you in business. So what's my reward when all this happens? Peace. What would we join the Peace Corps?
All right, so I'm gonna share something with you real quick.
Okay.
All right, because before I was writing my goal as retiring my mom, but then I came to the realization that wasn't it. So my goal is with whatever income I earn from becoming a Sherman 10 and whatever it is, plus bonuses, whatever.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, but see, you gotta be
ultimate goal.
specific. So go ahead. Your ultimate
All
goal
right,
is
so
what?
yeah, okay, $10,000. Let's leave it at there. What I ended up thinking that I really want is to with that money being able to fund my live trading account and become a 6-figure trader, because that's
And
what's
why
gonna
would you want to do that?
because that's what's gonna give me the
The
ability
universe
to
does,
not
listen,
just
$1 million. Listen, do you think the universe struggles over $1 or a
No.
million? Do you think it struggles over either? So
No.
it's never about the money. You want to create your live trading account and all of that. Why? To do what?
to get everything else I want. For example,
Okay, what?
Okay, buying my mom a house,
Okay, how big a
taking care of
house? Hang on, how big a house?
house, at
No,
least
how
5
big a house?
bedrooms,
I'm asking you.
5 bedrooms.
Okay, it could be 5 bedroom and it could be a New York flat and it could be 1,000 square feet. How many square feet?
Okay, so well, I guess I need to detail
Yeah,
everything.
right.
All
This
right.
is why the universe is going. You're coming to the shopping store and the shopping store manager is going, I'll put whatever you want in the cart. I just want food. What kind of food?
It throws whatever food. Yeah.
Yeah, or nothing, because it's like, until you tell me what you want, I got nothing.
Okay.
So 2-story, single story,
Single story
middle of nowhere or on the beach.
with space around it. A lot
Okay,
of space.
so how long is the driveway?
I'll say at least like one straight. I don't know how to say it in English. Like one
Dígame en
street,
español.
one street. Yeah, como
Un cuadrado.
una cuadra.
Okay, una cuadra. Okay, so
Yeah,
de concreto o de rocas.
de roca,
De rocas. ¿Qué color de los rocas?
blanca.
Blancas. See, all of a sudden you see you feel. Did you hear how he said blanca? Did you hear the softness? Did you hear the love behind it? Frickety frack. I get so aggravated that you guys spend all of this energy and nobody walks you through this stuff. You're expected to know all of this stuff? No, why aren't they teaching you this? This isn't Sex 101. You got to figure it out on your own. People understand this about psychology and human nature, and you've got to understand, you've got to have some details. You feel it?
Yeah.
That's why you're struggling, my friend. That's why all of you are struggling. You can't tell the universe what you want. I want to be rich. And the universe goes, so does everybody else. I'll give you $10. You're richer than you were. Good luck. Have a nice day. You should be at peace. Drives me nuts. Not that you don't know that they're not teaching you this. You all deserve this. You all deserve to have your dreams in this lifetime.
Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
All right. This is more language right now.
Yep.
Because I'm super Cuban. I want to tap into that.
Pobrecito.
See, papi. Let me tell you. I wanna go into like more like I can understand what everybody says in Spanish. Yo lo puedo entender, perfectly. But the one thing that is like that I want to get better at is writing Spanish. I can read Spanish 100%. I can start spelling it out with my eyes. I look at it and it starts like coming to all right.
So why do you want to write Spanish better?
Because I want soon I'm gonna be going to Puerto Rico with my friend that's super big, super big, that has like a lot of connections in Puerto Rico. Like his uncles are millionaire crypto investors, and I want to be able to break that language barrier, and being able to do that will get me will for sure have my team be a part of Puerto Rico 100%.
Okay. So it's about you.
Oh, me cogiste. Oh no.
Coño.
It's not even about me.
Well,
Because
what you just told me is all about you.
Nah. That is all right. The
Ay,
language,
bendito.
un poquito.
Pobrecito, por favor.
The language is for sure all about me.
Right. But listen, when I went to Puerto Rico, cuando yo hablo español, yo tengo un acento un puertorriqueño. Yo hablo puertorriqueño. Mi español está malísimo. But I will speak to you in Spanish till your eyes fall out. And I don't care if I don't sound right. I don't care and nobody cares because I speak it with love.
Yeah.
Now, most people in Puerto Rico, relatively wealthy, speak English. So you can go there and ask them for help. Don't go like you know what the hell you're doing. The way my life has succeeded is because I was willing to ask for help and listen. So when you go there, yes, you can practice your language. You can do this. So how do I learn this better? And it's not about the event. This is why all of you should be having people on meetings like this or the events that you're doing, because the event you're about to go to in Dallas shouldn't be the event. That should be the solidification of a decision. Don't let too many people, we let too many people make decisions at events. Events are not decisions. Events should be confirmation. Too many of us make decisions. And we don't let people make confirmations.
I have another question that I would love for you to answer.
Sure.
I have the Holy Bible.
Yep. It's a good book.
I love it. But one thing that I usually do that I need to stop getting a habit of, and I just randomly I feel like I do it because I started doing it once I got out of like I'm gonna be honest with you.
When did you say you were going to stop using light? When was that going to start?
Oh, it was my subconscious mind.
That's okay. I'm just curious. So has that started, or are you doing that tomorrow? Because you can keep saying light. That's okay.
Starting now from this starting
Okay,
place.
good.
Look, I'm gonna be open to everything about myself.
Cool. Love it.
Right? And are you able to listen to that?
Sure.
Look, I got out of jail when.
Oh, so now you're using look instead of like, but go ahead. So you got out of jail. I talked to somebody. Oh, I did. I talked to somebody today who was 2 years in Fed prison. Love her. Oh my God, I fell in love with her. Go ahead.
I know. I met her as well.
Yeah. Yep.
I actually went to jail on my 18th birthday.
Ooh, congratulations. What a party.
It wasn't. I met a lot of people that were doing the same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That kept doing the same mistake over and over and over again.
Yep.
And one thing that took me away was when I talked to this one older guy who's like 36. He just told me like, yo, like
Older.
if I was your age, like I would want to like
There's $2. Go ahead.
I would I would want to be doing something productive with my life and just just being in a better place, probably in a better
Right.
position.
Yep.
And then when I had thought, like once that clicked, when I was in there, I was
Mhm.
like,
There's another $1. Thank you.
oh my God, you're
I told you I don't have to charge you. You all just pay me $1 every time you say like, Al. That's how I generate 7 figures a year. So what's your
So
question? What's your question? Get to your question.
my question is, do you think everything has like, oh my God, there's like things that happen in
Do
my
you think
life.
everything has a reason?
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely. Yep. Life
Because
happens for us. It doesn't happen to us.
You talk to me, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Right.
I was reading about the brain,
Yep.
and then you are just here,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Another
Oh, and
thing.
by the way, this call wasn't going to happen. You
God,
made the call happen.
yes. Thank you. Another thing, when I joined the academy, I did not have the money.
Okay.
That
cool.
night,
Yep.
I had made for some reason I had made 250 right there.
Okay.
The exact
Wow.
amount.
So do you think God watches over you?
100%.
Then why are you doubting? Stop doubting. Good Lord, knuckleheads. You can't have it both ways. I believe in God, but I don't think I can do this. And God goes, okay, your wish is my command.
Thank you. I needed that.
Here's the thing. You already had it. I can't teach you all nothing. There's nothing I can do. Words do not teach, ladies and gentlemen. Words do not teach. So when you give me credit, I won't accept it. I'll receive it, but I need you to know that you already had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got my brain like, oh my God.
There
Like
you go.
you see,
Yep. Like totally, like it's cool, like it's awesome. So
You
Stephanie,
got
I'll
your
turn it back
7
over to
figures.
you.
You got your 7 figures. That's all I got to say.
Brian, that's Sean for you.
Yes, he is. He's
Imagine
amazing.
we were literally Aviel, myself, and Nino. We were literally sitting at the hotel lobby. I had no idea who this guy was. Nino had just introduced me to him. I was just sitting there like, let's see what he could teach me. And every time I kept coming back from where I texted him after we left the event, I was like, yo, you think we can meet at the lobby? Like, you think we could talk? And I kept breaking his head in half. He actually embarrassed me in front of his team thing. He was doing a call that he recorded. And I felt just like, where has this man been my entire life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh my
Right here.
gosh.
Chicka.
Yes. I think one thing that I love about Sean is that he always lets you find the answer within. There's nothing that you're going to ask him that he's not going to let you find it within yourself.
Because here's the thing, I get off this call. We spent 2 hours together. Outstanding, phenomenal. I learned a lot. I love a lot. I got to see my girl Selena. I got to see Stephanie. I got to see Abiel. I got to meet some new friends. I got all of this. It doesn't serve you if when I leave, it leaves. You have to take the seeds. You can't plant your seeds in my garden and then expect you to have something to grow. You have to plant your own seeds. Too many leaders go, plant your seeds here. You need me. Get on my call. Get over here. Do this, do that. But listen to what I'm saying. You're planting seeds in their garden and they're not going to grow your seeds. You got to grow your own. So I say, okay, so how's that working for you? Well, that sucked. You watched Abiel. If Abiel didn't like me, he'd figure out, he knows how to get to the ranch. He'd shoot over here and punch me in the nose the way I was raking him through the coals. He would, but he knows I love him and that if he pushes through and he lets me take him, get him to the other side, he can have his own garden. And then every now and then I stop by and give you a little water. So.
My brain. Let me tell
Wait,
you.
Sean, before we go.
Yep.
I really want you to meet George.
Hi, George. It's George.
And
George.
after
He's
that,
very
Manuel.
quiet, and he's a little red right now because I just mentioned his name. But he's so amazing, and I told him to ask you a question. I don't think he has anything, but I just wanted to connect you with him because he's such an amazing soul.
Hey, George.
And
Hey, Sean.
In the dark, he's the shadows.
No, all these questions that people have been asking are like just little questions that have been on my mind too. So
here's the good news. Listen to what George just said. If they're on your minds, aren't they going to be in the minds of every prospect you come to?
Yep.
So the best person you could ever help is the person you just were. So if you've got these questions and you're finding answers, say, listen, one of the things I love about what we do is, those questions that nag you at night, that keep you up at night? We got teams that answer those questions. We got people on our team that answers those questions. You want some energy work? Get a hold of Selena. Pay her whatever she charges. It's not enough, but pay her for whatever she charges. She's on your team. Well, she should give us on our team. No, if you owned a restaurant and I came to your restaurant, you might give me one meal, but you ain't giving me all my meals. This is a community. Use each other. So, sorry, George. I just get excited. I love Selena. She gets so embarrassed. So any question I could help you with, George?
And
knows a perfectly good answer.
no, yeah, they answered the question. I think I forgot who. I think it was Brian about getting to the next P1000.
Yep, P1000. Yep.
Next rank. That helped me a lot with that. I got my mind straight when he answered his question.
What's the first level? What is it? 250. What's the first level of something? P300. So all you ever need to teach, listen carefully, all you ever need to teach. Now this may go against some of your company's conversations, but the only thing you ever need to teach is P300. Not P1000. P300.
Yeah.
Because isn't Chairman 10 made up of a bunch of P300s? And if you're not teaching P300, if you're not, how many of you can recite, I don't know. Anybody know the Our Father? When's the last time you were in church? Some of you, it may have been a while you're in church. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be. How come we all know that? How come we know the Apostles' Creed? You couldn't say it now, but you start saying it in church and all of a sudden you're like, oh, the file comes up. It's because of repetition, repetition, repetition. The reason that you can't get to P1000 is because you're not teaching P300. You're trying to teach P1000 and nobody's signing up as P1000. They got to go to P300. That's all you need to teach, P300. And your recognition should be around P300. You should be rewarding the bejeebies out of P300s. Oh, you'll get a reward when you get to 1000. Why? Well, that's when you get the jacket. Screw jacket. I can't wear jacket. I want to wear the money. P300. How many P300s did you get today? That's all you need to be talking about. You can talk about 1000s in your other ranks and your other meetings, but in the beginning, you should be rewarding the heck out of people who go P300. Is that 3 and 3? Is that when you get 300? Is that what that is? I have no idea.
No, it's 5 individuals that you enroll. You go P300.
Okay, so you should be, people should be getting pony rides for P300s.
Lol. Let's go to a trip to Sean's ranch.
That's right. Come to the ranch. You get to pet the sheep, and I'll get a pony that goes around in a circle, and all P300s can get on it.
It's honestly so peaceful in that ranch. I don't know what it is, but
I
I think
have
the
I
fact,
have
you know what it is, that you can disconnect yourself.
Yep, it's nature. It's the most amazing place on the planet. It's the Walt
Victory's
Disney World of
gone.
yes.
Sean. Do you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me?
Yeah.
Look, me and George and one of my friends, Adam, and
Mhm.
so is after Mexico, right?
Mhm.
We're gonna have all these presentations to go through and all that good stuff, right? And we're gonna be spread out into different parts of Miami.
Yep.
But we gotta be the product of the product, right? So we're having trouble to present. Like we overthink. Like you can even ask Steph, we overthink. What's
Yeah, but you're
one
getting in your
way?
head because okay, hold on one second. They've hold up, Sean. He's getting in his head because the
What?
last time they presented, they did so good, and
Yep.
it was their second time doing it, so it just comes through repetition.
So hang on. Did anybody enroll?
No, it was practice. Like, we were just practicing
Yeah, it was like
presenting.
a practice.
Oh, so then it was. So how many times have you practiced?
Like that was my second time.
Oh, okay, so I practiced 50 more times.
All right, I'm gonna aim for
So here's
that.
my question. Here's my question to you. Would you want to practice in front of a paying audience, or would you want to perform in front of a paying audience?
Perform on a paid audience.
Okay, so then why would you ever practice in front of people that you're going to go do these presentations with if you're not performing? You're still practicing. Don't get paid. You don't get paid to practice in front of a presentation.
Mm,
You got to practice in private. Tony Robbins says practice in private before you can be rewarded in public.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
And too many people show up and go, I'm going to do a presentation, and they screw it up. They forget things. They do this, that, or the other because you were performing when you should have been practicing, and nobody pays to practice. I don't pay to good. Listen, I'm not playing any musical instrument. So I have no desire to go watch somebody practice tuning their flute at the Dallas Symphony Orchestra. I
You're
show up,
correct.
I'm paying $80. They better damn well perform. You're asking people to spend $250 and you're practicing? I'm sorry, they should quit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you
see,
got
nobody's going to tell you that because they want you to go suffer and struggle, and you got to go get your nose. You don't have to go get nose. You get nose because you suck.
That's right. I don't
That's
suck.
right.
I'm the best.
So you got to go practice more.
I love that.
How many slides do you use?
How many slides do I use? Like,
Mike, there's another dollar. Thank you.
oh my god.
Run his check for real.
1, 2, 3. There's I don't
He's
know.
18.
So hang
18,
on.
but we
You want to go make a 7-figure income, and you don't know how many slides you use? How
Ay, Dios mío.
amateur are you? Was this amateur hour? What are we doing here?
I'm C750.
Well, whatever it is, but you don't know how many slides you're using. So how the hell is that going to duplicate?
You're right. You're always right.
So what do you say 5 minutes in?
I will do it.
No, what do you say 5 minutes in your presentation right now? If I had
Welcome.
to
Thank you.
step out, welcome
All
at
right.
5 minutes in?
Welcome. Thank you for
No.
for
You're giving me the start. I want to know what's your verbiage at 5 minutes in. You don't know.
verbiage. What is
Yeah,
that?
what's your presentation? You've already done the welcome. You've already done the industry, the product, the timing. What's happening at 5 minutes? See, you don't have a repetitive. You don't have a memorized script for your presentation.
What is he saying?
Four-way cash flow.
I can't hear him.
Right? So you don't know what. Well, how long is your presentation?
Sean, I can't hear you. My phone died and he has headphones.
Hello. Can you hear? Oh, well, take one plug out. There you go.
What
How long is your
happened?
presentation?
It's like under
Like what? It's like what?
there. Oh my gosh. Look.
Look, oh, there's another one. There's $2. This is like a twofer. Like and look, like and look. I'm gonna be rich tonight. That's like $20 already. Like totally cool.
All right. So under 20 minutes.
Under 20 minutes, so it's 15 minutes? Or is it 18 minutes?
They tell me the best time to be at is under 20.
Sure, but what's under 20? 2 minutes is under 20 minutes. You want to know? You want to hear my presentation? How can I help you get started? That's my presentation. How can I help you get started? You know why I can ask that? Because they know why they're there. If you're doing a presentation, they don't know why they're there. The presentation shouldn't be the presentation. The presentation should say, oh, I could do that. But you want to teach them, you want to train them, and you get lost in the, this, I forgot about the comp plan. Let me tell you about the 17th way. You can make 7 figures. The person there is trying to figure out how to scrape together $250. You want to tell them how they can make $1 million and make them feel like crap? Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me how that works.
Yeah. That's
So you got to know your presentation, how long it is.
1 million presentations? How long is it going to be?
No, you gotta go practice. You gotta know how long your presentation is. Your presentation, the way you do it, is it 17 minutes, 18 minutes? When is the buy-in? When do they have their first buy-in? When do you do the first trigger? When do you do the first trial buy-in?
The first trigger, the cash flow quadrant.
Okay, but how long is that into the presentation?
The end of the presentation is like...
No, how long is that into the presentation? When you hit the cash flow quadrant, how long into the presentation are you in? How many minutes are you into the presentation?
That's already like the second.
There's another $1, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
The first 5 minutes.
So my point is that you want to go do all of these things, and I think you have the skills and you have the capability, but you're not, there's no precision here. You ever have surgery?
No.
Okay, so if you were going in to get your gallbladder removed, would you want a doctor who's never operated as taking out gallbladders?
No, of course not.
No. So what do you want to hear from the doctor that's going to take out your gallbladder? This is easy. I've done it 1,000 times.
Trillions of times.
Yeah. So, and you've done it twice. And so good luck. Let me know how that works.
You're creating these perspectives in my head. So,
I'm just trying to help. Listen, there's no reason for anybody to be poor today. There's no reason. You've got access to a platform. Here we are. There's how many of you? There's 12 of you. Do you realize that we've now been 2.5 hours? I've gotten 25 hours of my life back because I didn't have to meet with you all on one-on-one.
Can you repeat that?
So there's 12 of you on here. There's 11 of you. We've been 2 hours. That's 22 hours of teaching time I've done, and 2 hours for each of you.
Oh my.
So I've just worked an entire day. Do you now see why I get paid 10 grand a day?
Yeah.
Because I know how to leverage my time.
That's a good way to think about it.
Well, I don't know